BBC Breakfast viewers tuned in to see the first show of the week hosted by Louise, Minchin and Stayt. However, those watching at home were left unimpressed by the choice and order of news being discussed and felt there were more pressing matters that deserved more coverage. It came as BBC Breakfast mentioned the biggest night in the film industry, the Oscars, as their top story of the show, thus gaining the most airtime. Many took to Twitter noticing this, with several switching over channels or completely turning off. One said, "The BBC Breakfast has given far too much coverage to the Oscars. There can't be many people in Britain who actually follow them. At breakfast with the UK in political turmoil, why is the news becoming more and more dominated by film, music awards?" Another questioned. A third added, "Just one small question, has anything else happened apart from the Oscars?" Yawn. Yawn. At breakfast at Louise Minchin. Skipping breakfast today, no doubt banging on about the Oscars 2019, someone stated. One tweet read, breakfast Oscars, let's have some proper news please. I'd like to see something else other than the Oscars, a viewer asked. And the mainstream news segment wasn't the only part of the show viewers were unimpressed with, as several also noticed how sports journalist Sally Nugent failed to mention the biggest Rugby Six Nations match of the weekend. Saturday afternoon saw Wales beat England, but the journalist didn't recognise the achievement and viewers observed this. Barely a mention of Wales' victory on BBC Breakfast. Plenty about Celtic, Chelsea, Man U, England women, Man C. Not the biggest story then after all the hype of the previous week, one remarked. Another added, shocking weekend sports update at breakfast. Wales rugby win literally spat out in the last Senate by sports presenter #switch each channels. At breakfast, great highlights of the weekend's Six Nations matches. Shame Wales v England wasn't included. It's okay, I know the score. By the lack of coverage I'm guessing you do too. A tweet read. Did you forget about the biggest match of the weekend, Val v Eng? Sarah Roberts, at Sarah Roberts, the 25th of February 2019 at breakfast, just wondering how the Wales v Eng brilliant rugby game didn't get a full mention at 7:40 and 8:40, a BBC viewer observed. Someone wrote, at Sally Nugent at breakfast, did you forget about their biggest match of the weekend, Val v Eng? And Sally replied to this tweet justifying the sports team decision to cover what they did by saying, "No. We led on the Wales win all yesterday morning." It comes after host Nadia Munchati praised the new Europeans front page during Friday's show when she declared it a fantastic front page. BBC Breakfast airs weekday mornings at 6 AM on BBC One.